Okay, another quick look here at the emini S&P for Wednesday, September the 15th, 2010. Emini day trader, we like to use the market profile, and that's what we're looking at here. This is today, this is yesterday, and this guy right in the middle here is what occurred overnight. And when I'm talking about today, I'm talking about the regular trading hours, which runs from 9:30 to 4:15 Eastern Time. So now going into today, I'd mentioned that we still had the same containment range as yesterday, which was basically from 11:10 to 11:22, and the market basically stayed within that range. As you can see here, the market had the overnight, well, here's 10 right here, so you can see the overnight low just took it out by a little bit, and just took it out a little bit also during the regular trading hours. And the 22 and change high market got fairly close to it late in the day when it had the move higher. So we're still believe that we are in this intraday up auction, the one that I keep referring to that we've been in for a couple of weeks or so or more. And there is a potential tomorrow for the market to blast higher, potentially hit 11:30. Obviously, not all that far away. Maybe even beyond that. It will be contingent on the news that will be released tomorrow, I believe. There's PPI and jobless claims at 8:30, and there's also the Philly Fed will be releasing their report at 10 o'clock. So there is news in the market tomorrow, and one or a combination of them could be the catalyst or catalysts to project the market beyond this containment area that I've been describing here from around 11:10 to 11:22. So obviously there's more of a likelihood, at least at this stage of the game, that the market's going to continue higher. If in the overnight session we don't make any new highs, cannot take out that 22.75, but instead the news comes in a negative tone, it's going to very easily sell off back down to the 10 area. And who knows, if it gets below 6, that's where we'll change our minds. But as it stands right now, it's looking like it's more than likely going to go higher than lower. So that's really what we're looking at going into trade tomorrow. We also use these market profiles here from the regular trading hours only in our analysis. And here's our trades here with our software. And you can see our various arrows. I usually try and point these out. Here's a couple there, one here, one here. Now, obviously not every arrow is traded because we want to be compatible with our intraday filter down here. Remember, each day we go into the market with a directional bias. Sometimes it's a flat directional bias, but we do go into the day with one, as we did today with this up intraday bias that I've been referring to now for 2 or 3 weeks. So now we did have one little glitch in our software. We actually had our first trade off of this bar, and we're entered long right here. For those that have been watching the software and used it prior to the release of our latest upgrade some 5 months or so ago, when we were able to put our trades right on the software in real time, for some reason this particular trade this morning, it didn't show in the software, but it was a legitimate trade, and our traders that know what they were looking for were able to get on board with this trade. Of course, this was down too. This was our first trade of the day. It was a long trade right in here, and we knew that the support was around 10, so we actually got a trigger right in here at 11:10.50. And as you can see, it had a really nice run up. Actually, we're able to hold this trade right up to here, exiting right here at 16, using our software for that. So I had a really nice run up on that. These other trades, of course, these other long trades were not actually taken because we were already on the long side. And then the market kind of went sideways a little bit. Now, we did have a couple of short trades in here, as you can see, but obviously neither one of them were taken. Because of course we had a intraday up auction and also a green filter in the day time frame. This trade was taken here. It did immediately dip against us and then came right back up here. Ended up, I think, a 1-tick loss on that trade. This trade was set up but not triggered, so there was actually no trade there. it was just on the cusp of going into the neutral territory. But in an intraday up auction, we would not take that kind of short trade. We did have a late trade right here on the long side. It hit our first objective and came back and stopped us out. So a break even on that. So the market really did more or less act the way we're hoping it would. Come back down and test support, allow us to get long at the known support area within the longer time frame context of the intraday up auction. So that's really what we're looking at again tomorrow. We also want to measure the 18 area. If 18 holds overnight, that means we're more likely to break higher once the news is released. So if you have any questions or comments, just contact us at info. I obscured the I on that, sorry. info@eminidaytrader.com. So thanks for taking the time to join us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.